In the last 5 months, I've spent $30,000 trying to make a new ecom brand. And these are some of the lessons I learned along the way, so you don't have to, so you could learn on my dollar. So let's jump into it. Part one. So like you guys see, since February, the last 5 months, we only made $5,700 in sales, and we spent about $35,000, which makes us have a loss of $30,000 accumulated across Facebook ads, branding, landing page, all sorts of image assets, UGC creators, and softwares for Shopify. So like you see, we really burnt money. So in the last 5 months, we really burnt money and we lost over $30,000. But it taught me a lot of lessons that I could share with you guys today so that if you guys are starting a new ecom brand from scratch, you guys won't make the same mistakes that I did. So what was the first major mistake? The first major mistake was that I was in a red ocean. So I don't know if you guys read this book. So this is the Red Ocean, Blue Ocean book called, Blue Ocean Strategy. So I read this a couple years back, and to my surprise, we were in a red ocean, right? I knew there was competition for this anti-aging product, but I didn't know it was filled with people. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I think that we made. We went into an industry and we decided to sell a product that was really commoditized. You could find it all over Amazon. You could go to your local pharmacy and find it. You could go to TikTok shop and there's over 50 different sellers. You could write the product on Facebook ads library and there's over 30,000 results of video ads. There's new competitors going into it every single day. And that was something for us that at the beginning we thought there was a trend for this product. We knew there was competition, but we didn't know that there was this many competitions, or we just decided to kind of look away a bit and really deal with, you know what, we have the experience of building ecom brands, we have the creative pipeline, we have relationship with creators, and we could definitely make this work. But to our surprise, when we launched, if you guys have been following either my journey on X, on IG, or on YouTube, you know that when we launched, there was a huge problem with CPMs. They were insanely high. And when I mean insanely high, some of them were at 750, then 500, then 400, 300. We were in about 250 for a very long time. And then we figured out a way to lower the CPMs by doing add to carts and HA checkouts and video engagement, so to get more comments on the videos, to make them more controversial. And that did drop our CPMs a lot, but it was like pulling teeth every time we would try to get a sale. So we would be around 0.3x every single day. We did not have any profitable day for over 4 months. And this is kind of my mistake. I looked at this product and I really thought I could make it profitable over the course of 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, but we were just losing money day in and day out, and we did not have a clear edge. We didn't have a clear differentiating factor. We had no competitive advantage. In my mind, my competitive advantage was the creators that we have, the creative pipeline, my UGC agency. But it's just not enough when everyone is selling the same exact product, the same exact scent, the same exact ingredients in the product, and the only thing that is changing is the brand name. It's not a big enough differentiating factor. Our brand is completely new, so the brand name or the brand identity does not mean anything, right? So that was one of the first mistakes. If you guys are looking to get into ecom, I highly suggest to test products that are blue ocean. If you go on Amazon and there's not a lot of sellers, maybe one or two. If you go on TikTok shop and there's maybe one seller that in the last 30 days made lower than 250,000. If you guys go on Facebook library, you type in your product and there's less than 1,000 results, I categorize that as a blue ocean, right? So in my mistake, we were completely in a red ocean, just trying to compete with people that already had a brand presence, already had brand identity, and already had customers. So mistake number 2, I didn't lead with the story and I had a weak product angle. So exactly like the Bud Light mistake, they didn't know who they were speaking to, like the Republicans, US, far right, that drink their beers. They put in this influencer figure, and really it got a huge amount of hate just because they did not know who they are speaking to. So when I was doing my research or my marketing angles, I had no emotional hook. I didn't know who I was speaking to. I was speaking very broad for anti-aging, but anti-aging is a huge TAM. I had no clear angle or narrative. I didn't lead with a story. I assumed that we had a good product, we had good branding, and that would result in sales. We had a good landing page. We had a CRO agency that developed our landing page, a very renowned one. But I kind of skipped the market research. I didn't go through Reddit. Reddit is a very good one. I didn't go through Amazon reviews to really understand who I'm speaking to. And I was speaking too vaguely. I was speaking too vaguely that people didn't understand the message. Our UGC videos were too vague. Our static images didn't really convey a message or a story. We were just really leading with anti-aging, reduce wrinkles, reduce crow's feet, reduce whatever, turkey neck, whatever it might be. But there was no emotional angle to it, right? I didn't know exactly who I was speaking to. And if I would have to go back, I would definitely put a lot of my time into Reddit to find forums that speak about the product and what people are going through, what type of problems they're having, what type of solutions they already tried, and try to convey a story around that in my UGC videos. And I would go on Amazon more, try to take some reviews, some negative reviews, and change up the product to have a differentiating factor so that all the negative reviews in that product, I'm able to kind of change up the product and have a differentiating factor. And the people would see my product and be like, oh, I've seen this product before, but it has this ingredient that helps with this other problem that I'm having. So it combines both solutions together. So mistake number 2, I had a very weak product angle. I would categorize these two as the biggest mistakes that really have a huge lever on our ecom brand. And for us to pivot and to really have another half of the year that is successful, I have to do a full reverse and I have to simplify things. So what am I looking at? Right now, I'm looking at all sorts of different products that are in the blue ocean category. I'm understanding who I'm speaking to. I'm creating only listicles or advertorials to test these products. For each product that I am testing, I'm only gonna do 5 statics. I'm gonna let it run at $100 a day in an ABO campaign for 4 days. If within those 4 days, I am not able to be profitable or to have a break-even ROAS, I will delete completely that product offer and I will continue to find something that works and keep testing this over and over again until I find something. So right now we did launch a new product offer. Day 1, we spent $50 and got $120 in sales. And I'm not gonna touch it until Tuesday. I'm gonna let it ride out. And like I said, if it holds, I'm gonna scale it with UGC. I'm gonna find more angles. I'm gonna go into the product research phase very deeply on Amazon and Reddit to know exactly who I'm speaking to. And I'll brand my product and have a differentiating factor in it. Now, I know that this could be tough if you don't have a team, if you don't have budget, but if you're able to allocate about $1,000 per product offering that you are testing and just keep doing that, and it takes you about, for the static images, for the image assets, and for the copy of the website to develop everything, 7 days. Every single month, you're able to test 4 different product offerings, right? And you'll let it ride out and you'll see if it's actually profitable. Because I realized that when you launch something that the market wants, you actually feel it right away. You see the Shopify notifications go off, you see the good ROAS, you see the comments on the Facebook post or on the Instagram post, whatever it might be, and you know that there's something there. And if there isn't, from the beginning, move on, change up the offer, bundle it differently, change up the product even, and really try to simplify things as much as possible at the beginning. Because if you do a lot of complex things and you bundle too many things, like 8 different products, and you want to compete with these big brands, whether it's in beauty or the pet industry, whatever it might be, you are going to lose. The way to do it is to simplify things. One simple listicle or advertorial, 5 statics, all different concepts in the statics, all different types of images, and you'll see what resonates most with your audience. Now, I'll give you guys an update when this test is done. So next Sunday, I'll film another recap video and I'll show you guys the sales and what we spent on the Facebook ads. And like always, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below or message me on IG. I answer every single person and I try to help you guys as much as possible. I'll see you guys next Sunday.